The following is a radio program based on my friend Carrie. Carrie became obsessed with a show called Serial and decided to launch her own investigation. What you're about to hear are the recordings I found in her apartment the day after she was arrested. I don't know what's on these tapes or what we're going to hear, but together, we're going to uncover what happened that day, last month, to my friend Carrie. This is part 1 of Seriously?
It's Carrie, Jeremy's girlfriend.
Jeremy hasn't been seen here for some time.
The number you are calling was blocked and cannot be called back using your last call return service.
Carrie, am I on speaker or something?
You can't park that here. That's a loading zone.
Please, just stop it!
For the last year, I've spent every working day trying to figure out what was going through the mind of my ex-boyfriend Jeremy on one day in 2013. Or if you want to get technical about it, and I guess I do, what was going through Jeremy's mind for 17 minutes on that one day in 2013? You see, in those 17 minutes, Jeremy may or may not have committed our breakup. I'm not a detective or a private investigator. I'm not even a reporter. I'm just a secretary at a commercial trucking company, but I know how to use the voice memo app on my phone, and every single day this year, I've tried to figure out what happened between me and Jeremy. Before I get into why I've been doing this, I just want to point something out that I'd never really thought about before I started this investigation. And that is, it seems like it's really hard for most people to account for their time in a detailed way. I have to be honest, I didn't believe Jeremy when he said that it was impossible for him to remember what was going through his mind for 17 minutes on the day that he asked me to come over. As I remember it, he sounded like everything was okay, but then when I got there, he said that we should take a break? I don't get it. Did he talk to anyone else? Did he see a show on TV? Did his parents call and tell him something? What happened in those 17 minutes? To prove my point, I asked my friends what I thought would be a pretty simple question. Can you remember what you were doing last night?
No.
That's my friend Sally. She's got a job as a bookkeeper, so I thought she'd have her head on straight. She's not usually one to forget anything.
I can't remember anything I did during that time.
Nothing? At all?
Nope. I'm pretty sure I was sleeping, and then I went to work and thought about this reconciliation I was supposed to do, but who knows?
This is my other friend, Jessica. She's 40.
I don't know. Is this important? I'm kind of at work.
She works as a retail manager for a chain clothing store. Again, another very smart, responsible woman.
I went out to dinner. Actually, I don't think I went out to dinner last night.
What? You don't think?
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't.
And this is my friend Tim. He's an account manager. He's the kind of guy who remembers everyone's birthday, what color they like, and their kids' names. Everyone loves Tim. Tim, what did you do last night?
I think I went to the movies last night.
Do you remember what you saw?
I think I saw, Inception.
Tim, that movie came out 5 years ago. Are you sure? This is last night we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I saw Inception back in 2009. Let me think for a second. Okay, Jessica and Sally and I, we went to dinner. That's right.
Wait, Jessica and Sally? They told me they didn't do anything last night. I wasn't doing anything last night. Why didn't you guys call me?
Yeah, well, we thought about inviting you, but, you've been kind of down lately.
So you can see my problem. If 3 professional adults can barely remember what they did last night, imagine how hard it's going to be when I try to piece together what someone was thinking for 17 minutes an entire year ago.
Carrie, am I on speaker or something? Who are you talking to?
Now, this is the part of the story where things get a little weird. And frankly, I'm a little worried.
Now, if I'm going to piece together what happened in those 17 minutes, the easiest thing would obviously be to go right to the source and ask Jeremy, hey, what were you thinking in those 17 minutes between the time you asked me to come over and you sounded happy and the time I got there and you told me you needed a break? Well, we tried that many times.
Hello?
Hey, Jeremy, it's Carrie. Yeah, it was pretty much like that for about 3 months. So I tried a different approach.
Is this Jeremy?
Yeah, who is this?
I'm with Pennsylvania Power and Electric, and we think we got an issue with your fuse box. It seems to have started on August 17th, 2013 at about 3:07 p.m.
Carrie?
Do you recall anything happening around that time?
Stop it, okay? Please, just stop it.
So you see, I'm going to have my work cut out for me if I'm going to get to the truth on this. I remember Jeremy was always talking about this friend of his, Michael. They seemed to spend a lot of time together. I knew I had to find Michael. I won't bore you with the details, but it involved a lot of following people, hiding behind walls, and sometimes I was wearing a costume. Eventually, I found Michael and I took a chance by going to his home.
Michael?
Yeah?
It's Carrie, Jeremy's girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Oh, X, okay, X. Can I ask you a series of questions? I promise it won't take long.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea.
It would really help my investigation.
Investigation?
Jeremy died last night.
What?
Yeah, I just found out myself.
I just saw him 2 days ago. How did he die?
The reason you can't hear anything right there is because Michael is trying to hold back his sobbing.
I can't believe it.
It was actually really upsetting to watch.
I know. It's awful. So, I'm doing an investigation on his death, and it seems that something he did about a year ago may have had something to do with it.
Wait. You're doing an investigation?
Yeah.
Are you with the police or something?
Well, yeah. I mean, they've asked me to help a little bit and just see if I can find out any information.
Are you with the police or are you not?
Not technically, but I know. Well, so the police. I'm not with the police, but I'm going. I'm asking some questions.
Wait, hold on.
And
Wait, did he even die?
No, he didn't die.
Oh, God damn it. Look, get away from me.
I'm
psycho. This final part, I had second thoughts about even including because it's not going to help her case. But it's kind of important for the story.
Now I was back to square one. I have to be honest, at this point I wasn't even sure I wanted to continue. I mean, all the dead ends, the fake leads, the threats, it was starting to really get to me. So I finally decided I would have to get some hard data, real information. Turns out that Jeremy is a bit of a collector and a filer. It was one of the things that I loved about him. He kept everything in his files, old receipts, old letters, and of course, old phone bills. With a little finessing and some quick work with a screwdriver, I was able to obtain his phone bill for August 2013 from his filing cabinet, and the results were pretty revealing. It turns out that between 3:07 p.m. and 3:24 p.m. on August 13th, there were 2 calls. The first one was outgoing, and the second incoming. These were 2 separate numbers. The second one, the incoming number, I recognized as Jeremy's parents, but the first one, that I didn't recognize, so I called it.
Bed Bath & Beyond, how may I help you?
Why would Jeremy call Bed Bath & Beyond? Who works there that he had to speak with so desperately before he ended our relationship?
Next week on Seriously, Carrie really goes off the rails, and it sounds like she's going for an interview at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Well, Carrie, I have to say, you really do have impressive credentials, and you're a strong candidate. Before we conclude the interview, do you have any questions for us?
Well, just one actually. So as an employee, would I have access to any business data or information on other employees, such as phone records?